Hello, everybody. I hope you've had the sort of day I've had today, and I will fill you in on what's happened today and why it happened. But all to be said, I've had a wonderful day. Now for me, it's 5:30 in the evening. So I know some of you are just beginning the day. And let me tell you this, yes, it was a wonderful day today. So for you, today is going to be wonderful. So let's begin. I've forgotten to do this for a long time on my Wednesday lives, and I have all these cards of different emotions, how I'm feeling. And if you recall, if you've been watching me for some time, I did make some of my own as well. So how do I feel today? Let's go through. Oh, this one. This one. Awesome. This is one I drew myself. So let's do some shout outs here, because I want to shout out 3 channels today. Oh, 4 channels today. 4 channels that have been really awesome towards me recently. All 5 channels is stacking up. Okay, tambourine time. Okay, I mustn't forget any now. So first of all, we must thank Blue from Blue's Self-Reliance. She's there on many of my chats, and she's just basically my brain. I can't think of words and I forget things, and she's there with the answer. So we must thank Blue first and foremost. Secondly, and do check these channels out, guys, if you don't know of them. Secondly, I'd like to say, do check out, I have to get the name right, my mountain home and kitchen. I always want to call it something else because it had another name. So my mountain home and kitchen. If you don't know that channel, do go over, give her some love. She's got a bad circumstance going on at the moment, but she's keeping very positive about it. And go on and check that out, and do say hello to my mountain home and kitchen. So also I'd like to give a shout out to Creative Laurie, so do check her out as well. She does a lot of what do you guys call it, can't think of what you guys call it now. I can't think of the word, but when you go and you when you can go to a place and get the food, what do they call it now? Oh, I need Blue, where are you? Anyway, go on her channel and you'll see what I'm talking about. Food bank, that's it, I got there. Yay for me. Food bank. So if you're into that kind of thing, she does some other stuff as well. She used to be a home stager, so that's really interesting. How many is that? I've done 3. What did I say? I had to do 5. Ooh. Old Car Junkie. Do check out his channel. He's very awesome as a community person on people's channels, if you're loyal to him, and he really does watch, and he likes to join in the chats if you do live chats. So that's Teddy on Old Car Junkie. My friend Mr. Jimmy from The Astute Tourist. He's a really great guy. He does lives, I think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Check out his channel, but he also does lots of travel and really good quality videos for his travel ones. So you have to look at his playlist and see that. And I want to say 2 happy birthdays in case I missed them. The beginning of July, we have Terry from MT Homestead. It's her birthday. I'll just look at the date, on the 3rd of July. And also on the 3rd of July is Tara from Tom Girl City Squad. And she's awesome as well. She does lots of pop-up lives, and basically if you go on her channel, you're bound to come across a live at some point. She likes to do her lives. She does some little videos as well, but mostly it's lives. So do check her out, and happy birthday to both of you. So that's my little shout outs for today and my awesomeness of the day. What was I going to say about that? Oh, also, July will be, don't forget, on the 1st of July. What day will that be on? Oh, Saturday. It might be beginning of the next week. I don't know. But very near the beginning of July, I will be posting only on my community post who of my viewers I have nominated to receive free seeds. And it gives you a little link there where to go on the video that explains about how to do it, i.e. you must send me an email of your address before the end of July if you're nominated for July. And it's just people who chat a lot to me, not necessarily come in the lives, but that's helpful. I've just talked about you, Jimmy. If you missed the beginning, you need to go back later on and watch the beginning. Oh, I just been talking about you. Yeah, so near the beginning of July, I normally try to do it on the first day of the month, but sometimes it's a couple of days later. So only on my community post will you see who I've nominated for getting seeds free. You can tell me what ones you want, or you can just say send me whatever you like. Obviously, it depends on your size garden or growing area as to what you want. Obviously, I've got tree seeds. You might not want those. So do look on there. That will be the only way you know if you've got it. And as I say, everyone will get them eventually, whether you've been with me a long time or a short time, just by keeping in contact with me via my channel. So drop comments and just so I know you really well on my channel, and you will be there. Hope you're doing well. Happy hump day. I did drop you a comment on your last live. I wasn't on it, but I dropped you a comment on it today. So that's what I mean. Someone like that, Jimmy, is, or should I call you Joe? Oh, bless. Do you know what I mean? And it's not because of the cup of Joe either. Yeah, so Jimmy's a good example. He pops on whenever he can, and yeah, that's how we make good community spirit. What else have I got to tell you? Oh, I always do on Wednesday what I'm reading. I'm still reading The Silent Wife. I'm now, quite a way through, and it's become a book I want to keep reading, not really put it down. But as I say, I've got a volunteer here right now. I can't just sit and read my book. So I allow myself a chapter or two, and I'm getting through it. But it would be a book I would just sit and read now. So far, we will say 8 out of 10. So that is very good. If you want to know what it's about, you have to go back to previous lives, because I don't repeat myself for those who watch all my lives. But it is, I wouldn't say it's gripping yet, as in it gives the idea it's going to be gripping. No, but it's interesting and you want to know what's going to happen. So it's building up and building up. So yes, 8 out of 10. 9, possibly 9. Ooh. so far that's a good book. What else? Oh, on my last live I was showing you all my file of cross stitch, like loose, like odd pages and little bits. I haven't sorted it out, as you can see, but I got as far as getting a folder ready for it, and I'm going to put them in plastic sheets in the folder. That's progress. I did that just before I started my live. Progress. As I say, I've got a volunteer here. We had a lovely day today. I won't tell you what she's been doing. She's from France. I won't tell you what she's been doing because I'm filming her as we go, and then I make a video on it so you see the whole lot. And when I remember, I do before and after shots as well of what she's done. So you see a before shot, some works, filming of her doing the work, and then an after shot when I remember. I lost the first 2 days footage which also included a little bit of film she did, introducing herself to you all, saying where she's from and everything. And that wasn't so bad because she was happy enough to redo that, and it actually was better the way she did it the second time. It was a bit more, rather than just randomly saying odd things, it was more precise because she was more used to me then. And a couple of jobs she did, I've managed to get. I haven't got the footage of her doing work, but I've got sort of before and after pictures. So yeah, luckily it wasn't anything major she did the first couple of days. Can't stay, want to smash the like button, just say hello. Thank you very much, Jimmy. You are so much appreciated here. And I will let you know when I get around to posting your thing. I don't like not post it out, but I did say on the winners video that I was leaving it open for people to say they've seen it and acknowledging they've won and sending their emails, and I said I would leave that open until the end of July, so I haven't got to send them till after that really anyway. I hope to get the last thing I want to get when the volunteer's gone, so then I can post them all. I don't like not posting things out, but it's got to wait obviously because I've got to spend my time with her. And as I say, there's one more thing I want to get anyway, and then I can post them off. So, and lucky I did extend it out because one of the other winners has come to me in the last few days. So I thought only 3. Yes, because there were 5 winners, only 3 responded, and then the other day a 4th one suddenly popped up. So I think she'd been away on a cruise, so that's justified. Perhaps she's catching up. This is why I gave an extension. I said I would leave it open for winners to come forward until the end of July. So now 4 out of the 5 has responded, so all good. Hey there, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate that. Hello to you. 3 pink hands. I only have 2. Thank you for coming on. That's lovely. So yes, the volunteer. We had a lovely day today. It's so hot here, and I feel bad that they work when it's hot. That's why I say if they start working early, they only do 3 hours. But today I kind of wanted to give her, they have the weekends off anyway, but I just wanted to give her a day off. And she wanted to come with me. I wanted to take her for a walk around some of my abandoned village. So I took her for a walk to the ravine. I took a few little pictures and a bit of video. Oh, thanks. So I filmed a little bit of the ravine when we got there and took a couple of pictures of her there. I said, if I don't film a little bit of it, people think you didn't do anything on this day. And then we walked round. I took her back through the abandoned village so she could see some of the stone houses. So the stone houses that are all fallen down, the original stone houses that aren't built with cement, they're just piled up stones. So I've got some pictures of that. I've got a funny message up the top there. Let me just see what that is up the top. Oh, okay, it's a message for people as they come on. It came up. Okay. I'm sweating, I'm dripping. I did have a towel here we are. I'm just sweating. So we did that today, and then when we came back, she wanted to learn to dance, and I didn't know when I really had time for that because it's so hot in the afternoon. So because we'd done the walk, we'd gone for 2 hours, and we went quite early, and so I said, right, do you want to learn to dance something? I said, because it's hot. I was trying to think of something not overly energetic, but something fun that as she travels around the world, she could maybe even use. It's a universal dance. So I taught her some cha-cha-cha, which is a Latin dance, and she loved learning it. So I taught her enough that if she found someone else that could do it, she could dance with them. And the skill of being a professional dance teacher is you do not teach routines. You teach each step And then you explain how, as she's the girl, how she would know what step the man was going to go into. It's like a secret code of ballroom and Latin. There's all moves, excuse me, there's all moves and just slight indications of the man. So if the man's been taught properly by a professional teacher, even a beginner, and this is why I think it's important to learn it from day one, because even when you learn the first two steps, like any two steps, doesn't have to be in any particular order, I explained and did it with her. I said, right, when you feel this or something, then this means we're going into this step. And when this happens, you know it's always this step. So you don't need to have a fixed amount of steps before you do something else. And for example, something obvious is when a man puts his arm up, the girl knows it's going to be a turn under the arm, different turns depending on which foot you've got, which direction you're facing, and so on and so forth. But for now, she's just learned a basic underarm turn, how to do that in cha-cha-cha. So she knows, and I explained that you don't go into that move as soon as the arm goes up. The man obviously does it slightly before the move, while the girl's finishing off the previous move. So it's important that you don't just go to a dancer that maybe her teachers because they did competition dancing, because they've only learnt set routines. You want to go to a professional dance teacher who knows how to teach, so everyone can dance with everyone. Doesn't matter where you learnt it, what country. If you've gone to a professional teacher that knows how to share this information, then you can dance with anybody. So that's very important. We had the music on and we had so much fun. And it was good for me because Mike had gone to the hospital today to get his results of his brain scan, and he didn't want me to go with him, in case you're wondering. And so that was a good escape for me to take my mind off that. And then he came back and excellent results. We weren't expecting any bad results because it was just a basic thing. His hands were shaking. Don't say Parkinson's. I know professionally it's not Parkinson's. So our doctor just wanted it confirmed. So we weren't in a panic or a state about that. We've got enough going on with my issues at the moment. So he came back and he said, yes, all clear. So we went out to celebrate the fact that Mike has a functioning brain. And it also tests for things like they know his heart's fine, and well, he's got a hole in the heart, but it's very small. And the only thing he can't do now, he had an injury a while ago and he's not allowed to put his arm up above his head. He can still do things, but this is a separate thing to the brain scan. And it was building the horse stables. He was left on his own to do it, and he kept lifting like breeze blocks up above his head onto the scaffolding and high above his head. And when you think that's a whole stable block for, I'm not sure how many horses. How many horses, Mike? Is the stables 14? So yeah. So so we went out to lunch, had a really nice lunch out, and I filmed it because we went to a beach where there's a lovely restaurant at the beach, and that was really nice there. So I filmed like the area because it's a beach area I haven't filmed for you yet. So you will see that on this channel soon. And it's right on the seafront. And they've actually got, I filmed before when we went to Limassol. We went the other direction this time. In Limassol, they have like a gym outside. I don't know if any of your countries have this. And it's gymnastic equipment outside. And they're like fun equipment. There are like exercise bikes and things, but they're specially made for outdoors. They're not just an exercise bike, for example, outdoors. And you go up and it's a raised area. So you've got the beach here. It's only a shallow beach. It's not very wide. It's not like a massive beach. And then you go up another sort of level, and all this gym equipment is on grass up there, and you use the equipment facing the sea. And don't worry, there are instructions how to use all the things there. So that's lovely. That's new there. That wasn't there last time we went down there. So that was really, I had, we really treated ourselves. I had steak with garlic sauce. That was really nice. It was only small, but it was really nice, proper steak. And Mike had a fillet steak, and he treated me to a cocktail. So I had sex on the beach. So that was really nice. So all in all, that was a really wonderful day, nice relaxing day. Tomorrow, as I say, it's so hot, we're going to like chill out, and I'm going to, with the volunteers, sort out seeds. Now I've gone around and I've harvested a lot of seeds, particularly cauliflower and broccoli, those kind of brassica seeds. If you know, it takes a long time to split them and get all the seeds out. So we're just going to sit and do that. Hey there, how are you? Sounds like a nice place to work out or just hang out. Yes. As I say, I've filmed it all. It won't be up for a while because I've got the volunteer. I've been preloading, scheduling videos. So I've actually scheduled up to, I think it's the middle of July, because we're still not sure when she's definitely leaving. Here's my bit of paper, see when my schedules. I've scheduled up to 14th of July. Yes, 14th of July is all pre-scheduled. So everything I talk about, I make a video of. It won't be posted till after that, because obviously I want to spend time doing things with the volunteer. And this room's quite hot in the afternoons. I was talking on my last live about I have a fan here in the corner, but now I've done all this, it all blows about if I've got the fan on. So it's not a proper wall, it's just like thin board behind. It's like a false wall, so it is a wall, but you can't do anything, put nails or anything in it. It's very thin. So all I could think of is maybe drawing pin and then invisible sort of thread you get, and maybe bring it all the way along to the other side of a drawing pin. That's all I can put in is drawing pins. I've got to find, I do have some of that invisible thread, but I can't see it anywhere. I can't see it anywhere. So when I find it, I think I might try that. I don't know if it's strong enough. I think it will be. It only needs to stop it all blowing out. So there's that. Oh dear, that's crazy. So yes, I've got all this cross-stitch paper to sort out, which I could be doing while I'm talking to you, sorting out all these bits of paper. Seeing as I've got the plastic sheets here. When I've got like small ones like this, I'm going to put them in, and then I'm going to just paper clip them so they don't go everywhere. I think that's probably the best idea. And then of course I've got ones like this. I'm now thinking I've got to tidy up the edges, so I probably can't do it now. Cut the edges, trim them off. If you want to see all these and you're like, oh, what have you got there? I did show them on my last live, as it was sorting out. Oh, that one can go in. No, it's still got a bit needs cutting off the bottom. That's one that I did. Now this one can go in. This is the, can you tell it's the dog? If you didn't see the last live, it's my cushion that I sit on. I have behind me when I'm doing my lives. So what else? As I say, really been doing a lot with the volunteer. You want to know about how you can get a volunteer. It doesn't have to be for gardening. It can be for things in the house, decorating. You only need to provide them with somewhere to sleep and obviously to wash and use the toilet. If you ask for only 3 hours or less per day, you don't have to provide food. And the site is called Workaway. So if you want to know any more information, and if you're asking for help, you don't pay anything. So the volunteers pay to go on the site. You can either just go on the site and search for people, or you can put a profile up and they can search for you. So it can be a one-off thing, it can be a short term, it can be a longer term. You get a little calendar, and if it's going to be something seasonal, you can put dates in, and you can take them off if you're like, oh, actually we don't need anyone. So there's lots of different ways of doing it. But as I say, if you want any advice or questions, I'm happy to do it, because I'm not promoting it for any value, as in monetary gain or for the site. I just think it's brilliant. There's so many people need help, and there's so many people willing to help. So that's why I do go on about it quite a lot. My Tintin one, put them in a pile there, and now I can put them in some sort of order when I've done them. Some of these need trimming. I think a lot of these need trimming. That one can go in. That was me planning out a Mexican theme. I don't remember what I was doing that for. I really don't. A Mexican theme. Hi, Steve and Tina. How are you doing? I'm just doing my cross stitch when I've got odd sheets. I'm sorting them out while I'm sitting here, or else I say I'll do them and I never do them. Yes, these are the ones the small ones, so I'll just paper clip them in because they're a bit too small. Yes, what else have I been doing? As I say, I've had to schedule all my lives for a while. So I don't even know what you've been watching. Let me see. Today, my grapes. Today, apparently, you got the grape video. Thanks for that thumbs up. The grape video, it's how I stop birds and any insects on my grapes. And I've made out of net curtains. I've just sewed them round, made bags, and I put them over the grapes and tie the top. And basically then the grapes grow in there. Nothing can get to them. And the best thing about it as well is harvesting time. You can just cut the top of the bunch off and you carry the bag of grapes in. So you get the air circulating on them. So that's really good. What else have you been watching? Oh, the next one coming up apparently is praying mantis. Got some footage of a praying mantis. I don't know if there was other things in that video. Oh, that's nice. Say hello to everyone. I love my community very much. I really do. How are things going with you guys? If you want to promote your videos, what you've got going on, do put something in my chat. You're always welcome. I'm here for my community. So if anyone wants to put something they got coming up or anything, you're very welcome. Do check out each other's channels. Really lovely community on here, and that's one reason on this channel I keep it to subscribers only, because then I can generally say all the channels are really good community people, because here you are. I do get a lot of watch laters, so I'm appreciating all you now who are watching this back later. I do appreciate my time in my country is not suitable for a lot of people, as is the other way around. I find it very hard to get on a lot of your guys' lives because our times just don't compute at all. I have been on Tina and Steve's. I got on one of yours. I managed to go on the Astute Tourist ones. I go on his ones on Monday and Wednesday because he's just getting up and I've just finished my lunch. So that gels really well. The timing of that, I just do his Monday and his Wednesday ones. So do check those out. They're really good. So yeah, if you guys want to put anything about your channel, because I know all of you, because it's subscribers, you're very welcome to promote your channel on here. This is your chat. It's not my chat, it's your chat. So for being here, if you want to put anything about your channel, say what your channel is about. Some people might not know you. And that's how I meet a lot of other channels, actually, to be honest. They're put on in my, what do you call it, comments. They put something and I either check them out or ask them a bit more about something. And that's how I meet people. So it's always worth saying what your channel is about. And my other channel is in the description below. So if you want to check that out as well, there's a little bit of gardening and things, but it's mostly crafts and odds and ends, other animals. If you like other animals, there's a lot of other animal stuff on there. Some fun little playlists. There's some very funny playlists on there if you want a bit of humour and feel good. Check out the gingerbread playlist. So little gingerbread man, it's his life story, and each episode progresses in his life story. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but do check that one out. That's a really fun series. I recommend you start the beginning, because or else you won't get it. So start the beginning, you see how his life progresses, and he gets married and he gets a dog. And things happen to this poor gingerbread guy. So if you want to know about that, the link to that channel is below, and there's a playlist called something about Life of a Gingerbread Man, so you can check that out. What else have we shown? I've shown the previous video that got posted on this channel was woodcraft of Cyprus. And that's part again of another whole series of playlist. And it's different products of Cyprus. Some is food, some is drink, some are other things such as woodcraft. There's a lot of things Cyprus is quite famous for producing. So I'm doing a series on that because I know a lot of people like to know more about here, as indeed I like to learn about other people's countries. So there's that. And then prior to that was a drive video. People are saying they like my drive videos. I don't drive. I'm not allowed to drive. But when we drive somewhere new that I haven't shown so far, I like to show you, whether it be town, but mostly it's rural areas, or we go to rural villages. I want to do some more beaches. As I say, I filmed one today for you. Every single beach here is totally different. There are no two types of beach the same. Some have literally no amenities or anything, and they might just be a really big cove that only locals know of. So you can always be sure here of a beach of privacy and not loads of tourists. And that goes all the way through to rocky beach, sandy beach, amazing landscapes around the sides of bays, tourist beaches where there's like loads of restaurants and things like that. So lots of different sorts of beaches, sandy beaches, stone beaches. What do you prefer? I prefer sandy beach. I don't like stones. And the bigger the stone, the more I dislike it. It hurts your feet. And mind you, today I walked on the sand and it was burning hot. It was absolutely burning. So you do have to watch that, obviously. But the stones were hot as well. It's like walking across those rock fires, you know, when they walk across the coal fires, isn't it? They walk across those. And then on my other video, what's just been posted today on that? Oh, my Yorkshire Terrier dogs that I had in England. I talked about them a lot last episode, so I won't say about those too much again. And then we've got bird videos. And the one before that was old cars. Now here they do lots of events, different ones. You have like rallies, car rallies, but there's lots of different clubs of people who own old or strange cars. So there's a lot of that going on as well. And this is filming and photography of some old cars at a place. Sometimes they just go to a car park and you can walk round. Sometimes they're at like an arena or something. And we do have a car museum here as well, which I've done footage of before as well. I wouldn't recommend you go there, only for the fact of, one, I filmed it all, so you don't need to, and two, it's very expensive. It's definitely for tourists. We went there the one time. We would never go again or recommend it, because, all right, they've got the upkeep of the cars, but no one asked the guy to buy loads of cars. So it was very expensive. Most things in Cyprus are free or very cheap to go in. I'm talking €2. So if something's very expensive here, then it's probably a bit of a catch for tourists and possibly not even worth going sometimes. It doesn't mean it's expensive. There's more to see. The places that are big and lots to see and lots of history are usually the ones ruled by the government, and basically then they are kept at this minimum charge. So it doesn't mean something's expensive, it must be big or good. So yes. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today because I'm very hot. I'm dripping until I get this fan thing organised. I think that's got to be another job. I need to write that down as a job, because every time I start my live, I remember, as I say, I haven't been on my computer much, doing much, because I've had my volunteer here. So I don't think, I've got a window right here, but there's not air circulated. So I haven't been sitting here during the day to think, oh, it's really hot. It's just when I sit down to do the lives, I'm like, oh, yes, I meant to sort that out. So I'll go leave it there for now. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all of you who came on. I really do appreciate that. And as I say, thank you to those of you watching back later. I appreciate you too. And until next time, as always, Meraki.